Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Um, Last night, I decided to watch a movie, right? I was watching a movie from YouTube, and one of them was one of my favorites, my favorite movie, The Little Prince. It is an animated movie. It's great for a family to watch, not just kids, family. And just by watching that movie, it had me crying. Like I was boohoo crying. Because in that movie, there's a little girl who has a mom, and I think she works for corporate, and you can tell in the movie, like these people are just so busy, and not only they're busy, but their faces are, they're long, and their faces look dreadful. They look like I wouldn't say life, but work is consuming them. So this mom and this daughter, they move into a neighborhood. And next door they have a neighbor who's not like everybody else. And the little girl, she has a goal that she has to meet so she can go to a private school, academy or private school, that her mom planned out for her. Okay? And the neighbor had caused some trouble where he was working on his airplane, and the propeller broke off from the airplane and flew to the fence, broke through the fence, and broke through their house. You see, the whole length of the propeller broke into the house. And the neighbor is an old man. He's an old man. And the little girl, she has, like I said, she has a goal to meet. She's doing her studies, and the neighbor, one day, I think it was at night or in the evening, he threw a paper through her window. And that paper was a story that he wrote. And this story was just so beautiful. But I suggest for you guys to watch it yourselves. It's called The Little Prince. I don't know if they still have it on Netflix, but they have it on YouTube. And what had me crying is that I want to be a kid again. I want to be a kid again. What happened to me And it has happened to other people as well. But y'all may not see it or caught the revelation of it, but it has happened to you guys. Where, whatever happened to you as a kid, your innocence, your purity was taken away. Okay? I'm going to just only speak for me. I was exposed to I was exposed to corn, okay, when I was 6 years old. And I caught the revelation last night that it caused me to grow up so fast, where I want to grow up fast, where I desire to grow up, where I desire to be an adult, where I desire to get out the house. But that was the devil's work. That's what he wanted. So I did get to live as a kid, but in the backhand, in the dark, I want to be an adult. I was doing adult things I had no business doing, that I shouldn't do, that a child should do, that the child shouldn't do. And then I paused the movie, and then I started boohoo crying. And my son, he came out his room, this acting up a fool, dancing, and it showed me that he gets to be a kid, So I created an environment where he can be a kid, because mine was taken away. He's there, my son just there, just acting up a fool. He's acting up a fool, wiggling like a little worm, just, But and then I said, "What is wrong with you?" Then I caught myself when I said that. And then I was like, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "That's the problem. There's nothing wrong with him. He's being a kid. And he has the right to do so. He has the ultimate right to do so." You get to be a kid. This space was created for him to be a kid. There's nothing wrong with him. And it just made me even more sad. I want to be a kid again. But one thing I can say, that I can be one, not just a kid, but a daughter to the Most High, because my freedom is from Him. My freedom is not in, playing toys or whatever. My freedom is not, it doesn't come from going to theme parks or go to a family park or anything like that. No, my freedom comes from Him. My purity comes from Him. My healing, my deliverance, the child that is in me, that was once taken, is from Him. And He can restore it. He can restore that. Then I had this thought, I want to go back in time when I was a kid. Then I was like, no, I don't want to go back to the time when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, it was bad. It was bad. No, what I want to be a kid and how God intended for me to be. I want to be a kid and how God wants me to be raised. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, because it's not always easy to, find your words. I don't want to go back in time because it was already recorded. If I go back, it's going to happen again. No, I want it different. I want it different. I want to go back in time and how God wants things to be for me. That's it. That's it. And then I had a dream one time, I think it was in 2015, where I walked into a classroom. It was like a kindergarten classroom. Walked in there and I went to see if I can play toys. And mind you, I was an adult. I'm an adult. I'm an adult already, okay? I walked in there seeing if I can, play any toys or whatever. I'm like, no, I don't want it. So I left out the room. Then there was a woman at a door. She opened the door, and what I saw was green grass. Green grass. Like, the color of green is so pronounced, like it's more green than this earth. People, I just want you to know, in the spiritual realm, it's way more beautiful than here, okay? It was like it looked like the color green in like animated shows, It's beautiful. And you know what I did? I went into kid mode. I went to running and I did cartwheels. I did cartwheels. That's what I did. That really made me so happy, so glad. That made me be a kid. That was an opportunity for me to be a kid. And that was just so beautiful how God opened that for me. This message is a reminder to all those who say they're busy. I just want you to know God created life. He created life to be beautiful, okay? It's not always going to be beautiful, no. But He did let us know that He rested on the seventh day, okay? So you can't work every day. Why are you so busy? There's a time to work, there's a time to play, there's a time to smile, there's a time to be serious. There's a time for all things. It's just that you're lying to yourself that you have to be busy or you have to meet a goal. If anything, you're lying to yourself that you cannot be human. So you agreed to be a robot, a slave to the busy life. And God did not create you for that. So I just want you to know there's that inner kid that's inside of you wants to come out, and you're shutting it down. You're keeping it down, and that little kid wants to be free. Stop ignoring that child that's inside of you. That child inside of you will bring so much freedom into your life. Being an adult is not easy, but we are His babies. We are God's babies. We are God's children. Okay? It doesn't matter if you're broken, you're poor, you're still His. At the end of the day, that's it. And He's the one. He's the one that can free that child that's inside of you that you kept away. That the devil taught you to keep away so you can grow up fast and be busy. It's keeping you from knowing your identity. Yeah, so that's what I want to communicate with you guys. May this message bless you.